Introducing the all-new Italiano range of pizza. Pizza Ultimo. Pizza Hut.
Hello, welcome to Lunchtime News with me, Madhush Kabalasuriya, and now let's quickly take a look at your headlines. The chairman of the Ambilipitiya Pradeshya Sabha remanded on charges of assaulting 2 police officers. Accepting of the 2013 voters list commences. 4 arrested for disposing waste at the Kuda Oya in Hemathagama. The US imposes further sanctions against Iran targeting its currency. And now taking a look at the stories in more detail. First up, the chairman of the Ambilipitiya Pradeshya Sabha, M.K. Amila, who appeared with a lawyer at the Ambilipitiya Magistrates Court today on charges of assaulting 2 police officers, has been remanded.
Ambilipitiya Magistrate Dinesh Lakmal Pereira ordered for the chairman to be placed in remand custody until the 11th of this month. The chairman of the Ambilipitiya Pradeshya Sabha is charged with assaulting 2 police officers who had enforced the law against 3 individuals who were travelling on a motorbike without helmets and driving licence in the Panamura area in Ambilipitiya recently. The police media spokesperson stated previously that the chairman of the Ambilipitiya Pradeshya Sabha had been evading the police following the incident.
The accepting of the 2013 voters list has commenced. Additional Election Secretariat RML Ratnayaka said that the list could be submitted to Grama Niladaris of the respective areas until the 15th of this month. He added that the first copy of the voters list will be on display at district and divisional secretariats. Ratnayaka went on to note that those who have surpassed the age of 18 should register themselves to the voters list without further delay. Meanwhile, measures were taken to admit an additional 6,455 students for the benefit of those who were unable to gain university entrance this year. The president of the University Grants Commission, Professor Shanika Hirimburagama, said that these students were admitted in 3 batches. She added that with the admission of these students, it will conclude the intake of students who sat for the 2011 advanced level examinations. The professor added that the handbook for the university applicants of the 2012 advanced level batch would be issued within the next 2 weeks. She added that they plan to admit these students into university before the end of the year. Moving on, 4 individuals have been taken into custody on charges of disposing waste into the Kudaoya in the Balatgamua area in Hemmathagama. The police say the suspects are due to be presented before the Mavanala Magistrate Court today.
The police said that the 4 individuals were taken into custody when area residents found them disposing waste from a bowser last night. Thereafter, the police had intervened and taken the individuals into custody. We will conduct an extensive investigation and present them in court. Please do not make this a problem. Bring the vehicle to the police. 3 of the arrested individuals are employees of the Kegol Urban Council. The police noted that the individuals were attempting to dispose garbage belonging to a person who is from an external party.
In more local news, Minister of Youth Affairs and Skills Development Dallas Allapperama says that an issue in identifying the talents and capabilities of a child exists in the country. The minister made this statement while addressing new advisors who were enrolled to the 3rd stage of the Technical Education Service.
The event was held at the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Skills Development.
University colleges
We are trying to abolish the difference between those who pass and fail through the technical education syllabus in universities and colleges. There should be no failures in society. The only people who have failed are the politicians, the teachers and leaders. We should identify the talents and capabilities of a child. We constantly blame our incapabilities on the child by stating that a child is incapable.
Moving on to more local news, a woman was killed in a hit-and-run incident reported from the Dadalla area in Gaul. According to the police, a 70-year-old woman who was a beggar had died in the accident, which occurred at around 5:30 this morning. The body of the victim is currently lying at the Karapitiya hospital. Meanwhile, 5 individuals said to be involved in a number of crimes have been arrested by the Unsolved Crimes Unit in Chilao. The arrests were made based on a tip-off received to the Unsolved Crimes Unit of the Chilao Police. A suspect who was taken into custody over the murder of an individual on the 21st of last month in Madampe had revealed during interrogations the identity of 4 other suspects connected to the crime. The police had thereby arrested the 4 suspects. Firearms, live hand grenades and ammunition which were in the possession of the suspects were seized by the police. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Social Services has decided to register all homes for the disabled. Subject Minister Felix Pereira says that a census on homes for the disabled is also being carried out simultaneously as part of an initiative to safeguard people with special needs. Homes for the disabled have been set up by provincial councils and various organizations. Now, in some cricket news, Australian batsman Adam Voges believes Australia have put the 4-0 drubbing they suffered in India behind them and will play their ICC Champions Trophy warm-up match against India confidently given the conditions in England.
Australia are the 2-time defending champions of the ICC Champions Trophy, although the tournament was last staged in 2009. With the team training in Cardiff, Wales yesterday, Captain Michael Clarke and coach Mickey Arthur looked in confident mood.
I think we're starting to come together really well. There's a few guys who have performed particularly well in the IPL and guys who have been over playing a bit of county cricket. So yeah, it was great that we've all come together. Obviously looking forward to tomorrow. Well, New Zealand's playing pretty well at the moment. So look, obviously they're in our group. So we're going to have to obviously play well against them. And we've faced a fair bit of Sri Lanka during our home summer. So we know what they'll bring. And obviously they're the teams along with England in our group stage. That's going to be a huge game for us, that first game.
Clarke's team started their tour to England on a positive note with a win against the West Indies in their first warm-up match. One-day specialists like Voges, Vice-Captain George Bailey and others add a different dimension to the Australian team.
Moving to news from Roland Garros, Rafael Nadal remained on course to become the first man to win 8 titles at the same Grand Slam event with a straight sets win over Japan's Kei Nishikori, while Maria Sharapova also moved in the quarter-finals in the women's draw.
Rafael Nadal celebrated his 27th birthday in perfect style by collecting a place in the quarter-finals. Nadal is attempting to become the first man to win 8 titles at the same Grand Slam event and remained on course for that feat with a 6-4, 6-1, 6-3 win over Japan's Kei Nishikori. Local favourite Richard Gasquet was a gallant loser yet again as he bowed out 6-7, 4-6, 6-4, 7-5, 8-6 to Swiss 9 seed Stanislas Wawrinka in an epic 4th round match. Wawrinka hit his 92nd winner to wrap up victory in 4 hours, 16 minutes and set up a quarter-final clash with Nadal. Back in the women's draw, meanwhile, defending champion Maria Sharapova progressed after a dogged 6-4, 6-3 victory over 17 seed Sloane Stephens of the United States.
And that's a wrap for the Lunchtime News Bulletin. I'm Madhush Kabala Surya. Be sure to tune in to our 55 bulletins throughout the afternoon.